Hello class, I just want to take a moment to discuss the Capstone project. So the subject company for this period is going to be RIM, Research in Motion. For those of you who don't know what RIM is, they're the makers of BlackBerry and they're based in Canada. So the director of strategy here has come in and asked you to help various investors and internal stakeholders with various aspects of the business. So to help you, he's designed a framework here in terms of what the report should look like. So please submit it in a Word document, so no PowerPoints necessary, just a simple Word document. And what he's asked you is, unless otherwise specified or directed, only use information in the 2012 annual report and attachments provided in this document. So unless otherwise specified, please don't go outside the sections provided herein and the 2012 annual report. So a page of the executive summary, then a page of the environmental analysis. So again, here's where you leverage the PEST framework. Then you go into industry analysis. Again, not company level analysis, the industry level analysis. So look at the mobile space in general and apply the Porter's 5 forces there. Then dwell into the company level analysis, and also define the company strategy. So here's where we're asking you to leverage the DuPont analysis that you've seen before, and compare the most recent period to last year and see where the key changes are, and from a strategy standpoint, what might be causing those changes. And then value chain analysis. So we've identified a very specific section here on the global revenue operations. So if you look at section A below, you'll see the discussion there on, interestingly enough, Pete Campbell, who's the director of sales at RIM, and Don Draper, who disagrees with some of the conclusions that Pete Campbell has come up with. So and again, I apologize for the formatting, guys. I was just trying to squeeze all of this data into one sheet, but what you see there, which is the RIM Africa order to cash data set, you can definitely take that out into Excel and do any manipulations as necessary. Key there from a value chain analysis is to really understand what the opportunity costs are and where to invest in, whether it be the collection services or the billing services. Then there's also a cost driver analysis with the credit write-off risk. So as with any other company, not all of the accounts receivable can be collected, so there is a certain write-off portion, and what you're doing is going through and understanding what key drivers could be of that write-off using some external economic data. So go to section B below, which is all the way down here. Evaluating drivers to credit write-offs. You can go through that explanation and notes there. Fairly intuitive, and then you can build a regression model potentially. And there's also product positioning analysis. So here's where we do ask you to look at both the 2012 annual report as well as external data to identify RIM's product positioning strategy. So is it a low-cost producer, a differentiator, kind of in between both? So help us understand what's going on with its product lines. And then, and one hint there, you don't have to pick one or the other. A company can definitely be participating in both segments. It just may break up its products into two separate segments. So bear that in mind as well. So when you go through a strategic positioning analysis, again, look at it relative to its competitors. So if you're going to say something is low cost, for example, please make sure you have some sort of external data, like a Nokia phone, for example, to support your argument. And then some recommendations. So at the end of the day, you guys are consultants. All we're looking for is 5 recommendations that you can make to management on cost management. Again, on cost management. Clearly identify any relevant data sets that you're using, whether it be the financial reports, annual reports, or external data when you're building this particular portion of your chart or of your particular report. So please also identify it to one of the 3 vectors, so value chain analysis, product positioning, or cost driver analysis. If your argument is not related to cost management or lacks the supportive data, it will not be considered. So, again, if you're going to make a claim, try to support that with some data that you found somewhere on the internet. And as always, please be sure to cite all your data sources. So that's it, guys, and good luck. It is a tough one, but I am confident in your guys' ability to execute and do a good job on this particular Capstone project. The last thing I also wanted to mention is this notion of a quiet period. So the second 2 weeks, or the last 2 weeks, I should say, of the semester, I'm actually going to not answer any questions as it relates to RIM. So, as it relates to the Capstone project broadly, sure, but as it relates to RIM, I will not be answering any questions. And the intent here is, I don't want to inadvertently tip off or provide any information on the direction that I'm looking for, the solution. So, please don't approach me with asking me specific questions on the problems here. If you are stuck, please go ahead and make assumptions and adequately document those assumptions, but please go ahead and make the assumptions and build your report that way. With that, good luck, and I'm definitely looking forward to your deliverables.